Just online learning platform. My name is Kumar Prateek and I teach current affairs and economy on Gradeup platform. I welcome you all today again for daily current affairs which I take every day on YouTube. I hope everybody had a good Diwali. Now let's start with today's daily current affairs. The first topic for today, which we have to discuss, is Arunachal records best sex ratio and Manipur the worst. According to 2018 report on vital statistics of India based on the civil registration system published by Registrar General of India, Arunachal Pradesh recorded the best sex ratio in the country, while Manipur recorded the worst. Among the major states, Kerala's sex ratio is 963, had the best sex ratio at birth, and best sex ratio at birth, and Punjab had the worst, which is 896. So, here are some states. Delhi has 929 sex ratio, Karnataka has 957, Telangana has 924, Tamil Nadu has 933. What is this 924, 929? This is female born per thousand of males. So Delhi has 929 females being born for every 1,000 male born. Telangana has 924 for every 1,000 boys being born. Okay? Now moving on. What is the sex ratio? Sex ratio at birth is the number of female born per 1,000 male. Arunachal Pradesh recorded the highest 1,084 female born per 1,000 male, followed by Nagaland 965, followed by Mizoram 964, Kerala 963, Karnataka 957, and the worst was reported in Manipur, which is 757. Lakshadweep had 839, Daman and Diu had 877, Punjab had 896 and Gujarat 897. Delhi recorded a sex ratio of 929 and Haryana 914. And Jammu Kashmir recorded a sex ratio of 952. Moving on. Ratio was determined on the basis of data provided by 30 states and union territories. As this requisite information from from 6 states, namely Bihar, Jharkhand, Maharashtra, Sikkim, Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal, is still not available. Okay? Now, the number of registered birth increased to 2.33 crores in 2018 from 2.21 crores registered in the previous year of 2017. The level of registration of birth has increased to 89.3% in 2018 from 81.3% in 2009. So level of registrations have also gone up. Moving on now. The prescribed limit of birth registration is, the prescribed time limit for registration of birth or death is 21 days. But in some of state, however, registered birth and death can even happen after a year of birth or death. Recently, C. Rangarajan, former chairman of Prime Minister Economic Advisory Council, argued that there is an urgent need to reach young people, both for reproductive health education and service, as well as to cultivate gender equity norms. So young people need to be reached and educated about these aspects. Then his argument is based on Sample Registration Systems Statistical Report 2018 and United Nations Population Fund State of the World Population Report 2020. What is this SRS report? It is the largest demographic sample survey in the country that, among other indicators, provide direct estimate for sex ratio, fertility rate, through nationally representative survey sample carried out by Office of Registrar General. What is this United Nations Population Fund? United Nations Population Fund is aimed for improving reproductive and maternal health worldwide. It is headquartered, it is a UN agency, it is headquartered in New York. Okay. Now, what are the government initiatives to increase the sex ratio in India? The first everybody must have heard about is Beti Bachao Beti Padhao scheme. It was launched in 2015 in Panipat, Haryana, and the aim of this scheme is to curtail or stop the decline of child sex ratio and related issue of empowerment of girls and women over life cycle continuum. Okay. Now, what are the ministries involved in this effort? Ministry, it is a tri-ministerial effort. It is a tri-ministerial effort. Effort of Ministry of Women and Child Development, Health and Family Welfare and Human Resource Development, now Ministry of Education. So, Beti Bachao Beti Padhao is a tri-ministerial effort. This topic is GS Paper 2, Governance, The Hindu. And this can also be part of GS Paper 1, Population Associated Issues, and women issues. Now moving on to the next topic, Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan 3.0. Finance Minister has announced a fresh relief and stimulus measures for economy worth 1.19 lakh crore, including a schemes to boost re-employment chances for formal sector employees who have lost their jobs in the COVID-19 pandemic. According to RBI's latest monthly report, the measure announced a day before RBI said that country has entered into technical recession in the first half of 2020-21 and includes 65,000 crore of additional outlay for providing fertilizer subsidy of farmers. This is what government has done. So what has government done? For jobs in the new Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana is mooted to per job creation. Government will foot 2 years of EPFO dues, 24% of the wages for new employees hired between October 1, 2020 to 30th June 2021. People earning less than 15,000 per month who have lost their job between March 1st to September 30th, 2020 will be covered in the re-employment scheme. Firms with more than 50 employees must hire at least 5 more to be covered. This is for jobs. For farmers, government has provided additional 65,000 crores as fertilizer subsidy to ensure adequate availability in the view of expected rise in sown area. Additionally, 10,000 crores announced of PM Garib Kalyan Yojana which could be used for Manrega or for Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. For salaried taxpayer, some income tax relief for purchase of residential unit of value up to 2 crores have been provided. Permissible differential under Income Tax Act between circle rate and agreement value to be raised from 10% to 20% for primary sale of new units till June 30th, 2021. For infrastructure, 18,000 crores has been allocated to build Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana in urban areas, and over 8,000 crores has been allocated in the budget already. Government expects this would create 78 lakh new jobs and drive demand to 25 lakh metric ton of steel and 131 lakh metric ton of cement. Free up infrastructure contractors' capital by reducing performance security charges, scrapping earning money deposits for bidding government projects. 6,000 crores equity infusion in the debt platform of National Infrastructure Investment Fund, which will be used to raise 1.1 lakh crores of infrastructure projects by 2025. 10,200 crore additional funding for capital and industrial expenditure has also been outlaid. For the stressed sectors, emergency credit line guarantee scheme is extended till 31st March 2020. A new scheme to provide credit to firms in healthcare sector and 26 other identified sectors as stress have also been initiated. Okay, this is Atmanirbhar. So RBI in the latest monthly predicted a strong return to proper growth for economy, and there could be a strong growth in third quarter itself that could bring us positive in the positive trend. Right now the growth is in negative. The expectation earlier was that growth would be seen in fourth quarter, but RBI feels that it can happen as early as in the third quarter. To spur a rural employment, additional, as I told you, 10,000 crore has been provided for spending through Manrega and through rural roads, which effectively takes the total allocations under Manrega this year to 1,10,000 lakh crores. Highest allocations yet. Then this I have already spoken about. New employees also we have spoken about. EPFO contributions. So now for home buyers, what is government done in Atmanirbhar Bharat Stimulus Package 3? Government is providing income tax relief for developers and home buyers, as there is quite a lot of inventory left in real estate sector. At the moment, on the differential between circle rate and agreement value, will get a relief of 10%. The government has decided to increase the differential from 10% to 20% till June 30th, 2021 for only primary sale of residential units up to 2 crore rupees. They expect a lot of clearance of inventory and people will be able to pay less for the differential gap is reduced. Amendment for this will be made to Section 43CA of the Income Tax Act. So for the stress sector also we have spoken about EPFO contributions. Okay. Now, let's move on to the third topic. The third topic is Rohanix Alus. Rohanix Alu. In a recent study for Delhi University, along with researchers of India, Indonesia and China, have reported a new genus of old world tree frog family, Rhacophoridae. The first report for a tree frog species with a striped bubble nest frog from Andaman Islands. Rohanix alu, a new genus Rohanix alus, is named after Sri Lankan taxonomist Rohan Pithyagowda. Rohanix alu is the 20th recognized genus of the family Rhacopheridae and currently comprises of 8 out of 422 known Old World tree frog species found in Asia and Africa. It is a small and slender body frog, 2 to 3 centimeter long, a pair of contrastingly colored lateral lines on either side of the body, minute brown speckles scattered throughout the upper body, light green colored egg laid in arboreal bubble nest, and several unique behavioral traits, including maternal egg attendance, have been identified in this Rohanix alus. Fourth topic for today is contempt of court. Recently, Attorney General gave his consent for initiation of criminal contempt against Supreme Court against the stand-up comedian Kunal Kamra for a series of tweets which clearly crossed the line between humor and contempt of court. This is what Attorney General has said. Contempt of Court Act 1971. In this act, section 2C of Contempt of Court Act 1971 defines criminal contempt as publication of any matter or doing any other act which scandalizes or lowers the authority of court, prejudices or interferes in the due course of judicial proceedings, and obstructs the administration of justice. This is what contempt of court is. Now, according to Contempt of Court 1971, the contempt can be of two types: civil contempt and criminal contempt. Civil contempt, it is willful disobedience of any judgment, decree, direction, order, writ, or other process of a court, or willful breach of undertaking given to the court. That is civil. In criminal contempt, it is the publication of any matter or doing any other act which scandalizes or lowers the authority of state or interferes the due course of any judicial proceeding or obstructs the administration of justice in any other matter or manner. That is criminal contempt. Now, what is the punishment under criminal contempt? The Contempt of Court Act 1971 punishes the guilty with imprisonment extended up to 6 months or fine up to 2,000 or both. In a review by Law Commission, the Law Commission reviewed Contempt of Court Act 1971 in 2018 and noted that the power of contempt of Supreme Court and High Courts are independent of the Act in 1971. The contempt power of higher courts are derived from Article 129 and 215 of the Constitution itself. They do not derive their power from this Act. Article 129 of the Constitution says that Supreme Court shall be a court of record and shall have all the powers of such a court, including the power to punish for contempt for itself. And in 215 article of the Constitution, the High Court shall be a court of record and shall have power of such a court, including power to punish contempt for itself. Therefore, deletion of offence from Act will not impact the inherent constitutional power of superior court to punish the matters of contempt which are defined under this Contempt of Court Act 1971. This is GS Paper 2, Governance, the Hindu newspaper. Next, fifth topic, Sarna tribals. Jharkhand government convened a special session to pass a resolution to send the center a letter recognizing Sarna religion and include it as a separate code in the census in 2021. What is this Sarna religion? The followers of Sarna faith believe praying of nature. The holy grail of this faith is Jal, Jangan and Jameen, and its followers pray to the trees and the hills while believing in protecting the forest area. It is believed that 50 lakh tribals in the entire country put their religion as Sarna in 2011 census, although it was not a code. Reason for a separate code: the population of tribals in the state had declined from 38.3% in 1931 to 26.02% in 2011. The protection of their language and history is an important aspect of tribals, and it is mandated under our constitution to protect their language and history. Between 1871 to 1951, tribals have different code. However, it was changed in 1961-62. It has been cited that one of the reasons for this was tribal who go for work in different states not being recorded in the census because their religion is not mentioned. In other states, they are not counted as tribal. The separate code will ensure recorded for their population. It will also focus on declining numbers of if a declining number affect the constitutional right given to them, how the rights will be bestowed upon the Adivasi under the 5th schedule of the constitution. Jharkhand has 32 tribal groups, of which 8 are from particularly vulnerable tribal group PVTGs. While many follow Hindu religion, some are converted to Christianity. This has become one of the planks for demanding separate code to save religious identity by various tribal organizations. That is why recognition to Sarna religion has been asked by the Jharkhand government. This is GS paper 2, governance. The topic has been sourced from Indian Express. Now, next topic. India and ASEAN to expand trade despite RCEP walkout. India and ASEAN countries would explore ways to increase trade between them despite India's exit from 15-nation Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement. This is RCEP agreement. RCEP Free Trade Agreement, which India walked out of a year ago, is expected to be signed on 15th November between China, Australia, South Korea, Japan and 10 members of ASEAN. However, they are expected to leave a clause for India to join later. Indian RCEP. In 2019, India decided to opt out of 16-nation RCEP deal. India held that it will not become a part of RCEP until significant outstanding issues are not resolved. Reason why India withdrew from RCEP were unfavorable balance of trade, dumping of Chinese goods, non-acceptance of auto-trigger mechanism, protection of domestic industry, and lack of consensus on rules of origin. These were the reasons why India pulled out of RCEP. What are the implications that India is not a part of RCEP? Exiting RCEP, India can still keep a check on China's dumping of goods in India. However, for needles to turbine, China's goods are all over India's market. Refraining from RCEP will provide protection to Indian domestic industry from cheap imports from these countries. RCEP is China-backed trade deal. Signing it without India will further strengthen China's economic power over these countries who have signed RCEP. It will affect India's neighborhood as China already has influence in the region through deep-rooted pocket because China can throw the money. India envisages becoming a manufacturing hub. However, staying out of RCEP reduces opportunity for trading with these countries, which together account for roughly 1/3 of global trade. It may also affect India's Act East policy. Now, What is Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership or RCEP? It is the trade deal which is backed by China and negotiated between 16 countries. It includes 10 ASEAN nations of Southeast Asia, which are Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. Apart from ASEAN countries, 6 other countries with which the block of free trade agreements was signed by ASEAN countries are also part of RCEP, though India has now pulled out, but it was a part of negotiations. Australia, China, South Korea, Japan, and New Zealand are the partners of RCEP. RCEP is built to be the largest regional trading agreement. The countries involved account for almost half the world's population and contributes 1/4 in exports of the entire world and make up 30% of global gross domestic product. This is GS Paper 2, International Organization. The Hindu is the source. Next topic. SpaceX NASA's Crew 1 mission. SpaceX Crew Dragon spacecraft on 14th November will lift off from NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida, carrying a crew of 4 people to International Space Station for a 6-month-long mission. What is this Crew 1 mission? The mission is a part of NASA's Commercial Crew program, whose objective is to make access to space easier in terms of its cost, so that cargo and crew can easily be transported to and from International Space Center, enabling greater scientific research. Crew 1 mission will launch the agency's astronaut Michael Hopkins, Victor Glover, Shannon Walker, along with the Japanese Aerospace Exploration Agency's mission specialist Soichi Noguchi from Launch Complex 39A at Kennedy Space Center. At the International Space ISS, the crew will join the members of Expedition 64. The space station crew currently is in residence at ISS. Significantly, Crew 1 will be the first operational flight for SpaceX Crew Dragon spacecraft on Falcon 9 rocket of ISS. It will be the first of the 3 scheduled flights which are scheduled over the course of 2020 and 21. What are the objectives of Crew 1 mission? The goal of the mission are the same as Expedition 1, that is liftoff 20 years ago. At the ISS, Crew 1 team will join the members of 64 expedition and conduct microgravity studies and deliver new science hardware and experiments that will carry with them to the space aboard the Crew Dragon spacecraft. Okay, this is what Space Crew Mission 1 is. This was today's daily current affairs. I hope it is clear to you guys. Now, before I end, there is a certain announcement which I have to make. Certain announcement is, here is a shortcut to prepare for polity section of IAS. As you know, covering the entire syllabus for such a varied topic such as polity becomes very difficult. So we at Gradeup offer you one short stop solution to reach each of these material ranging from daily current affairs, editorial analysis to important magazine coverage and complete quality syllabus for you. So grade up now and start preparing for your IAS 2021 IAS examinations. Currently, to help you clear your IAS 2021 exam, in our Gradeup Super subscription, we bring to you IAS 2021 comprehensive course for prelims as well as mains. This course will offer you 350 plus live GS classes for prelims as well as mains, 325 plus quick revision notes, additional classes for Yojana, India Yearbook, Kurukshetra magazine and CSAT, 30 plus mock test for prelims, in which 20 would be sectional and 10 would be full length. 12 tests for mains, 2 essay tests, 7 previous year papers to get you exam ready. Along with it, 5,000 practice questions, weekly test will be provided to you. So all this will be provided under Gradeup Super subscription in our course IAS 2021 comprehensive course for GS prelims cum mains. Under the our Gradeup Super subscription, you will have 11 plus structured live courses and 60 plus mock test. We have 3 options for you: a 6 month option, a 12 month option, and a 24 month option. In this subscription, there will be full syllabus coverage, expert faculties will teach you, there will be complete doubt resolution, performance and report card will be provided to you. So all this will be provided so that your studies could be monitored and benefit you. Daily, we are conducting free classes on our Gradeup app. Daily editorial analysis is conducted at 12 p.m. UPSC EPFO, Laksh EPFO 2020 at 5 p.m. 5 special lecture series of short series which will help you cover A to Z of each topic. Every week is covered at 7 p.m. General studies for IAS. IAS 2021 Rankers series at 8 p.m. and daily current affairs at 9 p.m. will be covered every day. Our ongoing courses on Gradeup Super subscription are IAS 2021 comprehensive course of GS prelims cum mains, English as well as Hindi, IAS 2020 mains exam comprehensive course, UPSC EPFO 2020, a comprehensive course for prelims, a complete NCERT module for civil services examination English as well as Hindi course is going on, economic and social development course is going on, Indian and world geography course is also running on our Gradeup Super subscription. Our upcoming courses are environment and ecology for IAS, Indian polity and governance for IAS, history of India and Indian national movement for IAS, and general science for IAS. These were the announcements which I had to make. I hope you have understood this. Thank you very much for joining me again for daily current affairs. I take daily current affairs every day at 9 p.m. from Tuesday to Saturday on our IAS Gradeup IAS YouTube channel. With this, I take your leave. I'll see you guys tomorrow again. Thank you very much.